everyone. Good afternoon. It's Aaron here from CEO of 28 Games. I do apologize. I got the window open, so pardon me. They're going to be a little quiet. You hear weed whacker over there. Someone's doing whacking the weeds. Our neighbors, the Connors, who are going to be moving out soon. So he's just kind of fixing up the property for the next person that comes in. So it's 3:33 right now. That's 1,533 hours. Hope everything's going well with everyone that's watching this video right now. And as far as the last few days have gone, it's kind of touch and go with my mother. She had a pretty rough night last night. She came home. I saw, a mile away when she got into Scion. She was quiet. She came home, had a few episodes. Upstairs in the master bedroom, and in the bathroom, stomped around, threw things around. She was pretty unpleasant last night, emotional, aggressive, just very negative in nature. Excuse me. Just 1 second. And I talked about this in one of my journals before, but there's a picture of my father, me, and my mother. And it's a picture of us in our backyard at our townhouse that we lived at some point. Let's see, in the until the late 90s. And that seems to be a target for my mother when she goes manic, because she basically has type 1 bipolar with psychosis. But she goes manic, and when you go manic, you have a manic episode, you can either be really happy or really emotional, really angry, rage. And since she has type 1, it's very destructive, so it causes her to throw things around, just get really, just throw things around and just be very destructive. It's not fun to be around, that's for sure. So I just kind of held my ground last night. We do this thing called table talk, and we talk, about everything that's going on. Just everything out of her mouth was just negative. I said, all right, yep, and just, I try not to react, but it's tough, you know what I mean? Because it's like being around all that negative energy. It's like, how do you stay positive? You know what I'm saying? So she was kind of saying my dad was an alcoholic and everything like that, just all negative stuff. And what I did was trying to keep her distracted. So I just kept talking about, this, that, and everything else, because I find that helps to prevent her from going back into an episode, introverting into herself, because that's when she'll do those things. She'll talk to herself. She'll punch things, just basically fight demons, just punch at things that aren't there. She's clearly got bipolar psychosis, but she doesn't have any recollection of these episodes, and that's kind of a scary thing. I mean, she's clearly got, I just hear them all out there. Oh, it reminds me of my dad. But she just, she can't control it. And I was going to tell my aunt about it, but I didn't end up doing that. I was going to do it twice, but I hold back every single time. And, I don't like doing that because, I feel like I wouldn't be a good nephew, and telling my aunt, and if I didn't tell my aunt, because she, she's obligated to know, and she should know about all that. Oh boy, that didn't sound good. He's cutting up those plates that more. But, yeah, it's very tough to be around. Especially, I can tolerate when she talks to herself. But it's when she starts stomping, throwing things around, being destructive, and breaking things, And that picture I was talking about, she goes after that picture every single time. And if I were to show you, I had to take it out of her room and I put it in my organizer over here. It's basically ripped in so it's 4 parts of a picture. It's ripped down here, like that, and like that. And what she's done is retaped it. And she'll retape it and just do the same thing again because she can't control this. She can't control these manic episodes. So it's a concern for me. I really should tell my aunt, because she already knows it, but it's like I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I hold back, because what happens is bipolar is a roller coaster ride. You never ever know what you're going to expect with someone who has a condition like that. You go with them, you know. It feels like you're going crazy because you're around someone who's like that. And the thing is with bipolar is that if you're a person who is used to consistency and wants to have consistency, it tears you right up, because bipolar is sporadic. You never ever know what's going to happen. You never know when the person is going to cycle. As I've said in my previous video, cycling, some people cycle at a short amount of time, in seconds, in minutes. Some people take as long as months. They'll go from one side to the next. It's one extreme to the other. So, you know, she's having a good day today. She texted me, and, you know, we do our journal entries, and she said she's had a really, really good day. Kelly, her new worker, she's friends with. I'm really, really glad these two hit it off. Kelly's had a tough life. She's got some really sad stories. And it gets to my mother sometimes, depending on what her mood is like. You know, she gets all religious about things. She is OCD about God, Jesus, and religion. I mean, straight up. And been doing research, and it pains me to say this about my own mother, but it's true, that she's a pathological liar. Now, a pathological liar is someone that is good at lying, right? They play the victim or the hero, or they kind of like project onto other people. And a psychiatrist, I forgot what his name was, but when the research I was doing said these patients are the hardest to work with because they're pathological liars, and you can't get the answers out of them that you want to hear. And that's the thing. My mother does a very, very good job of hiding this. She's been doing it for 5 years. Now, it's every day? No, it's not every day, but we've had several arguments, you know, and she just lashes out. Someone with bipolar will do that. They'll lash out, and it affects relationships. I was reading a case where this one woman had to leave the man she was with because she couldn't handle his bipolar anymore. And of course, yeah, you don't run away from what you love, but sometimes it's just tough, you know. It's very, very tough. So yeah, there's that. I got all the cards uploaded. They're the XXII cards. I got almost 300 of those, so you'll find them on my YouTube, my Facebook account, my main Facebook account, my XXVIII Facebook account, my Instagram. So I'm going to look at all the other concepts, you know, Jason Lucy, all that. I'm going to put those up, give credit to the artists there. And, you know, I'm just going to keep rolling with this. There's something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it. But I don't want these videos getting too long, like I don't want my journals getting too long. But I feel like we're really coming to the end here. Okay, yeah, because I was going to title this video The Contributor. I'm just going to keep helping, you know? And I think that all of you at Rockstar appreciate this. I'm happy to do it for you. And just, you know, you haven't seen anything yet. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. We're getting into May. It's going to be Mother's Day. And then eventually Memorial Day. Kick off the summer. And I'm just going to keep helping out the best that I know how. And best is always ahead. And just hug your loved ones out there, man. It's a crazy world. It's not getting any less crazy. It's just getting worse. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. We're playing a real game called GTA 6. And it's not for the faintest of heart. But you got to keep moving forward even if it's a half step. Alright, take care. I'll see you later. And I got more on the way. Bye-bye.